Cal has a coupon for 25% off one item at a store. He compares that discount to the other coupons he has received. They are pay 80% of the price, pay 2/3 of the price, pay 75 cents for every dollar of the price, and 10% off the price. Which of these deals is the best savings? Let's go. All right, this problem, there's a lot of words here, let's be honest, and I want to make sure we keep it straight. So I'm going to do that by making a table, and I want you to follow along with me and do the work on your page. See, some of the prices here are given in terms of the discount, so 25% off, for example, that's a discount, and other ones are given by what you're actually paying for. So the next one says you're paying for 80% of the price. So I want to make sure we're comparing apples to apples here, so let's kind of keep track of what they've actually told us. Option A is a discount of 25%. Okay, so I'm going to write that in here under option A. I don't know what I pay for yet. We'll figure that out in a minute. Option B tells us that we're paying for 80% of the price. So that's not a discount this time. We're paying for 80% of the price. So I'm going to write that down here in the pay for row of the table. Okay, option C says we're paying for 2/3 of the price. So that's going to go in the pay for row of the table. We're paying for 2/3. Option D says we're paying 75 cents of every dollar of the price. So that's what we're paying. We're paying 75. I'm going to say 75 out of 100. And the reason I'm going to say that is there are 100 cents in a dollar. So we're paying 75 out of 100 per dollar. Okay, and then option E says we get 10% off of the price. So that's a discount. So I'm going to write that in the discount row. And you see here, we got to be careful about what they've actually told us because they haven't told us exactly the same way for every scenario here. Now what I want to do is I want to compare everything in the same kind of a way, so in an apples to apples comparison. And I think the easiest way to do that is to turn them all into pay for amounts down here. So if I get 25% off of a price, what percent am I left paying for? You might know the answer right away or maybe not. If you don't, think about it this way. What if you lost 25% of the points on a test you took? What percent of the test would you still have gotten right? Well, that'd be 75%, right? Because if I took 25% away, I still have the remaining 75%. So I'm going to take that 25% discount and I'm going to think of it as paying for 75% of the amount. Okay, well, what about this other one, 10% of a discount? If I lost 10% of the points on a test, well, then I got the other 90% right. So a 10% discount is like I'm left paying the remaining 90% of the original price. Okay, so now we're getting there because now we're all in the pay for row of the table and we can kind of compare these. Certainly, paying for 75% is definitely preferable to paying for 80%, and that's preferable to paying for 90%, so we know that B and E are for sure wrong. But how about these fraction guys? What do we do there? Well, D is pretty darn easy to convert into a percent because think about what percent means. It means out of 100. If I'm getting 75 out of 100, that is literally 75 per 100 or per cent. So 75 out of 100 is literally 75%, so that's the same thing as option A. Okay, well, what about C? How do we get that as a percent? Let's see what that is. The way we'll have to do that is with long division. So we'll say 2, and we're going to divide that by 3. How many times does 3 go into 2? Well, it doesn't. So we're going to have to put a 0 there, and we're going to need a decimal. We're going to have to extend our division symbol here. So there's going to be a decimal in our answer. We're going to need a 0. How many times does 3 go into 20? Well, that goes in 6 times. So it's going to be a 6 up here in our answer. 6 times 3 is 18. And we'll subtract 20 minus 18, leaving us with 2. We're going to need another 0, though, because we don't want a remainder. So we'll bring the 0 down. How many times does 3 go into 20? Well, that goes in another 6 times. And I'm going to get another 18 down here. I'm going to subtract and get a 2 again. I'm going to keep getting 6s in this answer. So I could really think of 2/3 as 0.6666, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or I could think of that as like 0.6 with a bar over it. But I want to convert that into a percent so I can actually compare all these things apples to apples. What do we do? Let's move the decimal 1, 2 times to the right. So 0.66666 is really 66.6 with a bar over it percent. So to kind of complete our table here, if I'm paying for 2/3 of the item, I'm really paying 66.6% of that item's price. So you tell me, what's the best deal here? I would much rather pay only 66.6% of the price than 75% of the price. So that means paying 2/3 of the price is the best option we have here. That's the best deal. C is our answer. And if you got it, great thinking.